Hey, what's up everybody, it's Hubalubalu back with another video, and this time we're doing a game review for DAGGERHOOD. Thanks to the guys down at the newodyssey.ga for giving me a game code to review for you guys. I hope you guys check out that website later. I hope you guys subscribe to my channel for more game reviews and unboxings. You can see more in the top right corner. Now if you guys have heard of, are interested in, or love the games Celeste and Super Meat Boy, then this game might be your kind of tone. And if you want, guys, I'm going to show you some gameplay of me actually playing this game. I actually get aggravated, so if you want to just skip to the end and watch that, that'll be fine. But if not, get ready for this game review. Now, DAGGERHOOD is a fast-paced moving game that caters to the quickness of speedrunners and perfectionists. You play as a thief who was caught stealing from the king's treasure. He then banishes you to the dark depths of the dangerous caves, where you must start climbing back to the top of the kingdom. The only way out is to use your trusty knife, which teleports you from one way to another. So your ability as this thief is you can jump, double jump in mid-air, you can slide on walls, and then you can throw your sword, which flies across, and then as soon as it'll beep white, it'll go away, so make sure you clicked right before that. With this amazing agility ability to traverse, jump, and climb through 100+ levels in over 5 worlds, there's even some nice bit art to add to this interesting game. Did I mention if you get hit once, do you have to start all the way back over, just like the 2 games I referred to before? Now to get more into the game, each level has a 3-star time limit. You can either get 1, 2, or 3 stars depending on what time limit is acceptable for each level. Now you can also obtain a fairy and 5 jewels throughout these levels. I really have no idea what they're used for, and I've gotten to the last world and even I haven't figured out what these jewels or fairies are for. That means throughout the first world that I was going through, collecting each fairy and all the jewels and trying to get a time limit as close as possible really didn't matter, because as you go throughout the worlds, it doesn't really matter how many jewels or fairies you collect, and it really doesn't matter about the time limit. As long as you finish the level, you proceed on to the next one, which I found out to be kind of a little bit dull, because it takes away the goal of what you want throughout this whole game. Is you want to finish with a time limit, and you get an accomplishment, which is catching all the jewels and the fairies, which most people can't do, especially in that tiny time limit, which, as you can see here, it's just so hard to accomplish, capturing everything and completing the time limit in that amount of stars. So as I was playing, it really didn't matter to me if I was capturing the jewels or the fairy or the time limit. I just wanted to finish the level, because the level itself was getting harder and harder with every world I came to. And I would really like to see somebody actually collect all the jewels and the fairies in the time limit given for all of these levels, because I would give props to anybody that could. This game is super challenging. And if you were wondering, you can also go back, collect the gems at one time, and collect the fairy at one time. All you have to do is finish the level after collecting it, and it'll be completed. Now to mix up all the worlds, each one had a different kind of ability that was given to you throughout the levels. Now the first one was teleporting from one area to another. The next one might be flipping upside down by getting that tiny little green bean. Or the next one might be actually seeing all the invisible blocks, which was in level 5. Or another one might be the way the knife actually turns in the teleportation. Depending on which world it is, this is the only thing that really differs from every other world. That and the fact that every level changes, and it kind of throws in a couple of new enemies, like the bats in the first level, or the archer in the second or third level, and then the invincibility guy in the 5th level. Now the final fun thing I did love about this game were the 5 final boss fights that you had in each of the ending levels. On level 20 you'd fight a boss, and I'm pretty sure you're seeing the first level boss right here, because it was really fun, and you have to get used to the mapping itself. You have to run and jump and really be a perfectionist in everything you do throughout these boss levels, because it's going to make you begin right back from the start. And each boss fight was really different. I'm only showing you the first one because I don't want to give the other ones away, because it really makes the game so much more challenging when you don't know what's coming up. And that is what makes this game so fun, is trying to figure out the level and then completing it as many times, or as minimal of times you can do the actual level in. I really was addicted to this game in the first world, but as soon as I found out that you really didn't need to finish it in the time spent, or the collecting the fairies or collecting all the jewels, it kind of just dulled me away. But I still wanted to finish the game because the levels were fun no matter what. I do love Super Meat Boy and Celeste, so that is probably what got me. Now, not to say this game was perfect, it did have its flaws. Like, some of the spikes in this game were a little bit weird on their hitboxes. Like, I would walk off the ledge, and no matter what, it didn't even say that I would hit something. Some of the times on your double jumps, it wouldn't seem like you would actually hit the spikes, and the hitboxes would actually be a lot bigger than they actually are. So that was a big problem with me. Some of the times the button wouldn't click, maybe it was my controller or something like that, but as soon as I could throw the sword, I could teleport again. Sometimes it would lag off. I don't know if it was the quickness in the game or how fast it would pick it up, but it was a little bit draggy sometimes. Now, I didn't really talk about the graphics, but they weren't really anything to talk about. They were just nice bit art graphics. Nothing really changed throughout the worlds. The coloring just changed because it was going from a forest to a dark to a deserted area. Like, you kind of could tell that like you were in a different area by the tones and colors of everything, but it didn't really add anything different that I would have noticed that really presented this game any beautifully than any other game. The music in this game is also repetitive. I think it changes throughout every other level, but it still is on repeat no matter what. That really didn't stick to me because I wasn't paying attention to it, because I love paying attention to these games because these games are really aggravating. So the music isn't the first thing in my head. It kind of just lulled me there as I kept playing this game over and over, but I could tell that this game didn't really have much variety in its music. It just was literally on a repeat the whole time, which might actually bother some of the people. Now, there isn't really a storyline to this game, only you need to know that you got dropped down into some caves and you're climbing back up. I'm literally almost done with the 5th world, which is the final world, and I still haven't figured out the rest of the storyline. I have no idea what you need to use these fairies or the jewels for. Maybe it just happens like you win something in the end if you collect all of them or something like that. But I really don't know what they're needed for, because I'd rather have known that throughout the game to make myself actually complete them with the jewels and the fairies to get to that point, instead of just being like, oh hey, you should have collected everything and then this is what happens. So I have no idea what happens in the game, but hopefully it doesn't happen like that, and it was just a fun game to play, but we'll see about that. And probably some of the most minor things I really didn't like about this game was restarting back to the start. It kind of like threw you back in and then left you for a second or two. I mean, I'm restarting this game like non-stop, so I want to restart as quick as possible. I want to get my guy out as quick as possible, so it kind of fades in there and you kind of lose your momentum a little bit. I kind of wish the restart went a little bit faster. You can't even restart on the menu, which was actually a big thing for me too, because sometimes you're just kind of like, oh great, I gotta re-kill myself and then restart again. But instead of just appearing there, you just fade in and then you just kind of run it again. And if you guys understand that and you play these restart games, then you understand that every single second matters because you're spending so much time on each level. And on top of that, you have to go back to the menu to actually get to a new level. You couldn't trade back in the world and then go back to a new world or go to new levels or anything like that. It was just, you had to quit, go back to menu, then go to a new world, then choose your actual level instead of going back to the actual worlds and then going back to a new level. So that was a little bit bad in itself. But these are just minor things I found out throughout the game. Alright guys, well that was my review for DAGGERHOOD. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a 7.7 to a 7.8, right around there, out of 10. It didn't have much audio, it just played on loops. The storyline wasn't really there. You didn't really finish anything because you just find out that you're just in caves and you have to climb back up to the kingdom. There wasn't really much else to it, but the gameplay was really fun. The value of it and the visuals and performance were really nice, other than the spike hitboxes. I really didn't really have much to say anything else bad about this game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope you guys subscribe to my channel for more game reviews and unboxing. You can see more in the top right corner. What do you not like about this game? Are you going to pick it up later? If you guys do have $5, I suggest this game. I really thought it was fun. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Hubalubalu. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'll see you next time. No! Pa! What? No. No! Oh! See? Invincible. Can't hit him. Fucking asshole. No. Oh, come on. Okay, I can't do that. Fuck you guys. Yeah. Nope. 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 Let's go. Okay. Oh, fuck. What do I do? Oh. Oh. Oh! Oh, that's one level! It's one level! Oh my god. 35 seconds. Oh, fuck that. See you guys next time.